Thank you for being here. It's great to be part of this community. I'm meeting so many incredible people and I'm really enjoying. And I actually had a very incredible moment before right now when everybody was joining because there was a lady driving her car. I don't know if you saw that. There was a lady that had joined. She's driving her car while we're listening to Enrique. And I'm here trying to provide you an empowering, speech. So it was really meaningful to see that. So let me share. Can I share Wesam now? Yes. So let's enjoy. So I'm gonna remove all people from the video so I can concentrate on the video. So thank you again. Let me share with you first the agenda so we have a structure of what we're going to do today. So I'm going to introduce myself, Wesam just did most of it. I'm going to share with you one of the things that changed my life and helped me to have a healthier, wealthier, passionate, and more fulfilling life. And I'm asking you already, do you want this for yourself? Raise your hand. Do you want this for yourself? You want a healthier, wealthier, passionate, and more fulfilling life? If you do, you are in the right place. Master Your Life Mastermind. So welcome to this mastermind session where I will make all my efforts to plant the seeds for you mastering your life and achieve the happiness, the well-being, and the success that you want and truly deserve. And finally, we can go through the question and answers. Um, anyway, through the presentation, I may ask some questions. So please feel free to join and answer. Okay. So introducing myself. So who am I? Like was very nicely said, I'm a Silvia Yuso. I'm a success coach for women. But like I shared with David, I'm working for women, but men are a very important part of this. Okay. And one of the things that I mentioned to David that I thank my husband because he was a great support for me becoming a coach 10 years ago and for me doing my everyday work. So I thank all wonderful men out there that are supporting their women. This is very important for us. So I'm a certified health coach and an expert in healthy habits in nutrition, different nutritions that I have psychology and high performance. I'm also a journalist. I write a lot. It's very important. And an expert in international relations. So being an expert in international relationship is very important when you also working with women around the world, understanding their cultures, understanding their thinking, because we all have different ways of thinking based on our culture. So, and I'm devoting my life to empower women to achieve their dreams, to achieve their goal, and so they can live the life they really want, the life they decide to live. Okay. So why am I doing this? You know, because I have believed in myself. I have overcome many obstacles, but I have achieved my dreams. And my dream for the last 10 years has been very simple. It has been to contribute for every woman to achieve this too. And you know what? Life has not been simple or easy for me. It has been quite complex and difficult. So I have been there and I know how it feels to get stuck in life. I know how it feels to want to reach goals and break through barriers, to overcome obstacles without knowing really how to do it or where to start. You can also do it. If you haven't thought of this, let me tell you, let me open your eyes. If you have any doubt, you can also do it. You can achieve all your dreams and goals, men and women together. Okay? Because you have the one thing you need. You have the power inside you. Nothing else, nothing more. You have the power inside yourself. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I got independent when I was 18, and I live in different countries. I live in the United States, in New York for 10 years. I live in the UK for 5 years or 7 years. I live in France for 4 years. And I make one travel around the world in my life. That was one of the most amazing things that I ever did. And I was able to meet so many people, so many experience. It was marvelous. I recommend everybody to do that, in the future when we get rid of this COVID thing. So I'm now based in Madrid, and I'm very happy to be here. So before I became a coach 10 years ago, I'm saying bye-bye to my husband. So before I became coach 10 years ago, I have two different type of lives. So first I worked for the United Nations for 10 years when I was living in New York. And then when I moved back to Europe, I developed my entire professional career within within multinational companies in the IT sector, where I became very successful, or I developed a very successful career as an executive. Okay. But 10 years ago, something happened. And what happened is that I was able not only to find my life purpose. This has changed my life. If you haven't found your life purpose, I highly recommend you to start looking for that, because your life will be transformed. I met the love of my life, and I have two incredible children. Jay is now 7.5, and Sophia is 4.5, and now 53 years old. And many people tell me, shouldn't you thinking, Silvia, of retire? Many people told me at that moment, are you crazy? You're very successful. Why are you doing this? And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to contribute not only to myself and to my family and to my community. I want to ensure every single woman that I met through this process, can achieve her dreams, her goals, can achieve the life she wants. And together we can change the world, because this is what's going to happen. For that, I have created a program that is called Master Your Life, which is an exclusive and very simple program with a methodology that I have created, where I integrate the best academics, the best tools that are out there, top knowledge expertise, my 20-year personal self growth journey, because 20 years is the time that took me to understand what is self-growth about and what exactly I have to do, or we have to do, to begin that journey. It includes also all the experience that I gained from coaching many women around the world. Okay, and my mission today and forever will be to serve you and to take you to the next level. So, once said that, so why all these things happened to me in the last 10 years? Because I asked myself the following question that I'm going to ask yourself right now. So when you listen to the question, I just don't want you to listen. I want you to really internalize and think what type of answer is resonating in your mind. So the question is, have you ever in your adult life looked at yourself in the mirror and thought, oh my God, I thought I would be farther ahead by now. You know what I mean, right? Having an awesome health, feeling beautiful or handsome inside out, truly enjoying a successful career, and experiencing a personal and work balance, if you understand what this means, and enjoying, of course, financial abundance and having love. What is resonating to you? Anybody wants to contribute? I continue. So, so what are you missing? What I was missing? When I ask this question to me, the answer that resonates to me for my entire life is that I only concentrated in two areas: my career fulfillment and my financial security. So if we all know mathematics, basically this means that I was missing a 90% of my potential because I was not doing nothing much about my health or lifestyle, about creating a body-mind harmony or work-home balance, or focusing on attracting more abundance for love and spirituality. I was not focusing on that because for some reason in my brain resonates all the time that I have to choose. Do you think you have to choose? What are you missing? Which percentage are you living? And percentage, sorry, you want to live? I want to live 100% potential. And the interesting thing is that, you know, guys, we don't have to choose. We don't have to choose. We can have all of this together. I'm gonna share with you one little secret that helped me to gain this. Okay? So So when I ask myself this question, something happened. And it happened that I start like getting deja vus about my entire life, concepts that I was not sure that those concepts made who I truly was. And then I learned about something that we have inside us, because you know, we are genetics, we are habits, but we are something else. We are our belief system. So my question for you is your belief system working for you, or is working against you? What I found out in my personal life when I asked this question to myself is that actually my belief system, the belief system I have constructed based on the thoughts and the ideas that people around me verbally told me or silently told me, I have believed really like this woman changed to all these beliefs that didn't allow me really to unleash my full potential. So one of these beliefs, for example, let me tell you. So before I'm going into this little story for you to see, I want you to be clear what happened when our belief system doesn't work for us. You want to know the answer? Nothing happens. Nothing happens because it's a direct correlation between this and your low self-esteem, our low self-esteem. And when our belief system is working for us, you want to know what happens? It's simple, everything. Because when we have a strong and balanced self-esteem, everything is possible. And therefore, most of the things will occur for you, or everything, because you can have it all. You don't have to choose. So through this journey, I encounter two limiting beliefs that I would like to share with you that shape my entire life. And when I think transformation in a very particular way. In most transformational theories that I came about, they told me that transforming ourselves is either, my past was awful and now I need to become somebody else. This is not really what I think about transforming and empowering ourselves. I think that we cannot change our past. We cannot. I cannot change my traumas. Nobody can change their traumas. The traumas are going to be there forever. What I can certainly do is to rewrite the way I talk to myself about those traumas. So let me tell you the experience, my two examples. So when I was 2 years old, this is my thinking, my limiting belief, okay, until I transform myself. When I was 2 years old, my father abandoned my family, and therefore I consider myself an abandoned woman my entire life. An abandoned woman my entire life. I didn't know I was thinking this way because this is deep in your brain, hiding, you know. So every single thing that I did in my life was to find love. But more to find love was to achieve recognition. And the focus area, the area where I focused to gain this recognition was in my professional career. And because I have to gain that recognition, because for me that was a proof of love, I became a workaholic, very unhealthy, very unhealthy, living only for others, never for myself. So this really shaped who I became. Not to say that I didn't have a miserable life or I was not happy. I was happy. At least I thought I was happy. But what I found out is that it's not about that. It's about wanting more. Because if I was happy, I want to be happier. If I was wealthy, I want to be wealthier. If I was happy, I want to be happier. If I have a passion, like I want to, it's about this. This is what we need to pursue. So I put I chain one hand and I say, because I spend also most the problem with this situation, this limiting belief is that I spend so much time trying to forgive my father, not to forgive my father, love my father, not loving my father, questioning me why. When I understood what I have to do and how I could, grow, suddenly everything happened because I understood that it was not about life, it's not about my father. It's never about others. It was about me. So I did that one thing that changed my life, which was instead of continue in trying to forgive my father, what I did was to forgive myself. And when I did that, something incredible happened. My father was not important anymore. So I could rewrite the way I talk to myself. And you know what? I'm not an abandoned woman now. I am an empowered woman that has said and love herself. Okay? So one hand free. Second hand. There are many other limiting beliefs, but there was another one that really shaped who I was. And this is, like I mentioned before, the different limiting beliefs are thoughts, ideas that are coming from our environment that we believe they're true. So we accept them as their own identity. We make them our own identity. Some of these ideas can be verbal, people telling you things, but other limiting beliefs can be silence. And these ones are very dangerous because people don't notice them. So my second limiting belief was all my life, I consider myself an ugly woman. You know the story about the ugly duckling? Because that was me. And I suffer a lot. I suffer a lot because I wanted to do things, but because I thought, so let me tell you the story before. So when my parents split due to my father abusing my mother went and lived with my grandparents. So to make the story short, I have one brother and who was just born when we moved to my grandparents' house, and he was the most beautiful baby you can imagine. And everybody, as I was growing up until I was a big teenager, I will listen over and over and over again in within my family and within our environment, community, friends. What a handsome boy! What a beautiful boy! Look at that! Look at those curls! Look at those everything. Everything was about how beautiful this baby was, which I also thought he was beautiful. And I love him so much, and I still do. The problem is that nobody told me anything. No, not to mean that my mom loved me, my grandparents loved me, but they didn't realize how much attention they were putting on him and how little attention or focus they were putting on me. So I constructed a limiting belief based on on the idea that if they don't tell me, therefore I'm ugly. I'm not beautiful. I'm not beautiful. This is what I thought. I'm not beautiful. So this shape who I was because I grew up being super low self-esteem, super shy, but there was something inside me that pushed me to do things. So I became very independent very early in life. Like I mentioned to you, I left home when I was 18. Maybe I was trying to run away, I don't know, but it doesn't matter. So coming to my professional career, this belief also shaped me because I knew I wanted to go higher, but because I didn't want to be exposed in first lane, because I thought I was not deserved to be looked at, I will always hide. And when you hide, something happens. You cannot be a leader. You cannot lead, and you have to work harder. And that's exactly what happened to me. So the combination of those two things, it didn't ease in my life. I have finally achieved my dream success in that sector, but I was not fulfilled. And I cry. I cry a lot. I cry a lot, to be sincere with you. So when I understood this and I deconstructed this limiting self-belief, you know what happened to me? What happened to me? I'm able to communicate. I love to communicate. I can communicate. And I lead in a movement for women to be empowered and achieve their dreams. So, really, limiting beliefs are something that we all must review. So, everything started here. So, I'm telling you the conclusions of my reviewing limiting beliefs. But all started here. You remember I mentioned before, I cry a lot. I cry a lot. And I couldn't understand why. Because I thought I had it all. I have a successful career and I have financial abundance. And I thought that was all. I worked 24 by 7. I ate, I didn't eat, I drink, I didn't drink. My life was very, not really bad in terms of lifestyle, but it was not good enough to serve me, to achieve what I wanted to achieve. So we like to buy clothes, we like to have beautiful cars, we like to go into beautiful trips and experience dinners and wines and having nice high heels. I love high heels and bags and all these things. And we spend a lot of money in things that don't serve as the purpose of taking us what we really want to go. We are the most important thing we are. I am the most important thing that I have. So if I don't take care of myself, where do you think I will go? Where do you think you're gonna go if you don't take care of yourself? Not very far, I tell you. Why we conform, we live in the comfort zone? Why we only trying to survive? I always ask me this question to myself: why we only trying to survive when we can have it all? Really and truly, we can have it all. And also another concept that, keep coming to my mind through this process is that, okay, um, we always wait to get sick to make a change. Why? Maybe because, modern medicine is fantastic, but maybe it has driven us into a corner, and we don't know how to escape from there. We need to be ahead always. And we need to look ourselves in a very integrative way, because we are whole. I'm not an arm, I'm not a head, I'm not a brain, I'm not a breathing or touching or digesting. I'm all of those things. So if I want to go where I have to go, where I want to go, and if I want to contribute to this world, to this changing universe, if I want to help women to succeed, I understood that I have to become and take care of myself in a very integrative way. And this is where my journey started. But my journey started the day I did exactly what I said. Because through life, your body, and this is very important, there are different theories about what it comes first, the chicken or the egg. By this I mean, what it comes first, the body or the mind? We cannot split them, because my mind is in my body. And if I don't take a decision with my body, my mind won't go anywhere, because my mind wants comfort. My mind wants comfort. So I need to push my body without thinking. That primitive brain that is in my mind, that is the one that is connected to my emotions, is the one that is helping me to go without my thinking. Because so much thinking that we have today with all this technology and all this information life that we're experiencing is very confusing. It's very confusing. So we have to make the right connections with ourselves. And we need to pay attention to what our body is whispering, because our body whispers. And it whispered to me for many years. And it whispered me, here you have a autoimmune problem. And here you have gastritis problem. And here you have, and I went to get the bill and I'm covered. We live in the pill world. We think we can solve pain, but we're only solving pain. We're not solving the truth. And we're here for the truth. And we need to start for the truth, because it's the only way we can thrive. So because I didn't pay attention, my body whispered, and my body and my system got tired of myself. So one day it shouted at me. And that day I was waking up. I woke up to go to work, and something? My husband always tells me, don't tell this story. It's too dramatic. But it's the truth. I laugh in thinking of him, but this is the truth. So one morning I woke up, tried to incorporate to go to work, and I couldn't move. I couldn't move because the immense pain that I have in my lumbar area was unbelievable. I couldn't move. So I ran in panic. This never happened to me before. I never had lumbar pain in my entire life. So it was as painful as not being able to stand up. So I called my mom. She came home. We called the emergency service. They took me to the hospital, and they tell me they do a resonance, and they tell me, we don't see anything, go home. Go home? How? I can't work. I can't move. So 6 months. In those 6 months, I was so bad to myself that I did not even allow me to be sick. So, I continued working because I was workaholic. Because for me, the only proof that I was alive was to find that recognition. I was so completely wrong. So for the 3 months, I have everybody, all these physicians coming into my house, giving me click, clack, clack, massage that. I feel good a little bit. Next morning, the same. And the pain through the months start going down to my back, to my bottom, my legs, my knees. I was awful. It was like having ice inside myself. I was freezing in my body, in my heart, and in my emotions. I was really freaked out. And I was so freaked out that my mom needed to stay with me. So one night I tried to go to the toilet and I didn't want to wake her up. And I go to the toilet and of course I cannot walk, so I fall and I fall on the toilet. And I began to cry like a baby. I don't recall crying like this in my entire life. And I cry, and this is very delicate, but I have to tell you, I thought to myself, I don't want to live like this. And in that very second, something happened in my brain, because we're not supposed to have this type of things, of thoughts, sorry. So at the same time, like a light came through my mind, and I thought, so wait a minute, Silvia. All these physicians, they telling you is not a physical problem. So what is this? Is this a mental problem? And then I have like a light in my head. So that's where my journey began. I start reading and reading and reading and reading and reading and interiorizing and going through my pain, and I cry. For the next 3 months, I cried like never before, even more than in that night in the toilet, in the bathroom. But thanks God that I have that lumbar pain, because I don't know if I would be here today. So my only recommendation here is that don't wait to have any pain. Do it before. Do it for you. Do it because you can do it and you deserve it and you have to. I've been there and it was very painful. I'm getting emotional now. So I like this quote from the Bashi Mitra. If you know him, he's a great philosopher and a poet. And he said, the most important and most difficult thing that you can change in your life is your fixed false beliefs. And it's such a big truth. The great thing is that change is possible. If you understand mathematics, I'm not very good in mathematics, but I understand something, that everything has its opposite. So in this world of negativity, there must be a positive. So for every negative word, there is a positive something. There is a positive word. And therefore, change is possible for all of us. Change is possible for all of us. Oh, before I go into that, I took notes here. I encountered recently a very nice quote also that I wrote here from Pablo Picasso, and I love it. He said, everything you can imagine is possible. No, he said, everything you can imagine is real. When I encountered this quote, I thought, oh my God, this is so powerful. Everything that I can imagine is real. And for me, this 10 last year is the proof or this thought that Pablo Picasso had so many years ago. Because until that 10 years ago, well, 20 years ago, when my journey started, I was living only, like I mentioned before, at 10% potential, because I didn't provide a moment to dream, to wish, and to work, and to visualize for all the other things that I wanted. So in this process, I visualized, I had a dream that I had a family. I had a dream that I have children. You know what? When I went to the doctor, I had my firstborn when I was 46, and the doctor told me, you cannot have children. You're too old. And this was a woman telling me this. And I told her, you know what? I'm not a statistic. I am me. And this is what I want. I'm going to make everything possible in my hand, out of my reach, to make this dream come true. And I worked really hard to have that first pregnancy. And when I went for the second one, she told me, you're crazy. And I say, yes, I am, because I'm pursuing my dreams. She laughs at me, this gynecologist. But this is the way we need to think. We need to think. We need to question ourselves. We need to question ourselves. We never question ourselves. You are all incredible women and men, and you have all the potential to make everything real. But you need to understand that things don't happen out there. Things don't happen out there. Things only happen inside you. Only happen inside you. So you need to look inside. You need to look within you. And of course, you need to change this type of thinking, which is waiting to happen. All the people that I know, that I've been coaching, myself, I've been waiting for things to happen. You know, you need to make things happen. I need to make things happen. And then, together with the universe or whatever your beliefs, spiritual beliefs are, it will happen. But the universe is not going to provide us anything unless we are working for it. We are going in that direction. I recall many years ago, before even I have this personal growth concept in my money, I was I don't recall the city, I think it was Paris. And I took a taxi, and the taxi is very nice. I was told, we were talking, and then for no reason, because I don't recall the reason, he told me, you know, lady, there are many people out there that think that God is gonna make a miracle for them. What do you think? I didn't know what to say. And he said, and indeed he does. He makes miracles, but not the ones that we're thinking. Because if you ask God to find a treasure, he is gonna send you the tool to dive, to dive in the earth to find it. So we receive tools. You know, my program is a tool for you to find your treasure. So use it. Gandhi. He's amazing. He's amazing. I have spent 20 years of self-growth journey. I spent more than 2 years putting together my program, which is actually very simple to implement. I will tell you later. And then I go and find this quote from Gandhi. He wrote it, I don't know, 100 years ago? Not that much, not that long, maybe. Where he visioned everything in a perfect structure. And I was amazed. And he said, your beliefs become your thoughts. Your thoughts become your words. Your words become your actions. But let me do this in another way. Before we go into this, let me do this in another way. I'm going to be a little bit naughty. So, your negative beliefs become your negative thoughts. Your negative thoughts become your negative words. Your negative words become your negative actions. Your negative actions become your negative habits, your unhealthy habits. Your negative and unhealthy habits become your empty values, your negative values. And your negative values become your negative destiny. Wouldn't be better to think in this way? Your positive beliefs, this is what Gandhi tried to say. I mean, I'm trying to say he said it perfectly. So your positive beliefs become your positive thoughts. Your positive thoughts become your positive words. Your positive words become your positive actions for you and for your world. Your positive action become your positive habits. Enjoy perfect habits. Enjoy perfect health. Your positive habits become your values, your positive values. And your positive values become your incredible destiny. Which one you like for yourself? Which one you live in? You know what is this, right? It's simple. It's the iceberg principle. And for me, what this means is that what is up here is visible, and that's your you, who you think you are, your daily life is out there. But down below, we have a very incredible, usually it's triple, right? Or whatever the percentage, but it's bigger, definitely. That's the invisible of you, and that's where all your potential is. So you need to look and you need to connect and you need to use it, okay, to nourish yourself and to nourish the world. And you have so much potential. Let me help you to unleash it. And like in your situation or my situation before, this session is also the tip of the iceberg, because there is so much down there in this program that I had created for you guys that if you decide to join, you're just going to be amazed. You're going to save years of trial and error. You're going to enjoy the process. Many people, the way I conceptual my methodology is that we cannot go into um, I will say, a spiritual transformation if I don't know who am I. I cannot go into healthy habits or health in general transformation if I don't know who am I. I cannot develop my career if I don't know who am I and what is my purpose in life, truly. So we need to do this work. And the rest of the areas, we cannot do them as split areas, because I'm not a mother only. I'm a professional woman. I'm a spiritual being. And I cannot split all those things because they're all part of me. You know how many cells you have in your body? How many cells I have in my body? I know millions, right? They are all part of the one thing. We cannot split our cells. Our cell, a unit cell, is indivisible. It's unique. It needs absolutely every single organ inside. And actually, for you to know, inside those cells, you don't only have organs like the nucleus or the mitochondria, you have something else, which is the power for you to drive your life in the way you really want to do it. And how do I know this? Very simple. Because my first cell have created who am I. She have the power to do me. And no one day in her life, even though she has been sending me messages for me to correct my direction, no one day in the life of that one cell or in the life of all your cells, these cells have doubt you. So please don't doubt them. And I know you're probably thinking, well, very nice lady, very nice presentation. There's so many nice presentations out there. There's so many videos and books and that and this and that. I know, I've been there. I did them all. But if you really want to transform yourself, you need to take this seriously, and you need to be accountable yourself. You need to be how you say, you need to make yourself accountable for that change, because you're unique. And we need to stop doing what other people do, and we need to stop doing what people tell us to do, because this is what happens also in coaching. Coaching is not about me, it's about you guys. Every single one of you is about you, and this is the only way to achieve what we want to achieve. So you can go in my webpage. There are few testimonials out there. I like this one. It's from a woman in the United States. I coach women all around the world in Spanish, English, French. So I like this one because I think it represents for today. So she say something like, I wish I have this years ago. And she said, if you're still hoping for things to change, or you're struggling with the same problems over and over and over, Silvia, me, can help you find a different way to move around them and become successful. She is. So skyrocket your life. Start now with this program. And I have created, like I mentioned before, a unique success coaching for women that really want to skyrocket their personal growth. Because when you do this, you're able to take a big step forward into an incredible health, career, financial, love, relationship, whatever you need, whatever you want. My method is not like other methods, because it includes many things: best theories, best therapies, top self-development tools, best schools, and not only from top academical research, but also from my own research, and it's also very innovative, because I have been able to integrate in a very simple and condensed way all the things we are and all the things we need to make it happen. Mindfulness, positive psychology, like I mentioned before, nutrition, abundance, visualizations. And it's only 12 sessions, an hour and a half. And it's very easy to implement, because it has to be easy, because we live a very, very, very busy lives. But within that speed, we need to make ourselves number one thing in our priority list. So I'm written here some of the, it's a customized program, and you will not only deconstruct your limiting beliefs, like I mentioned through the presentation, the limiting beliefs and patterns that are holding you back, that make you stuck. but you will change your mindset. You will boost your energy, your vitality. You will harmonize your mind and body, but also harmonize you within your environment. This is very important. You will boost your motivation. Your creativity is gonna incredible. And what is more important, you're gonna feel amazing and never stop smiling. Oh, so just to give you a vision of what we're talking here, there are 4 pillars, okay, for you to reach that healthier, wealthier, passionate, and more fulfilling life, okay? So we have vision, where we're gonna really dive and understand who you are, your why. Let me draw this. You know that in the case of women, every December 31st, we're so excited, not only preparing, New Year's Eve, but also writing all our goals for next year. I want to quit smoking. Men do this too, right? I want to quit smoking. I want to lose weight. I want to this. I want to that. I want to that. And it looks that there is no tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow is going to be amazing, amazing, right? And we are so excited. But February 15, 45 days before that incredible stamina, we drop our goals. And we drop our goals because we don't know why we're doing them. We don't know why we do things. In my early stages of coaching, I start with healthing, right? More focus in the lifestyle and food, nutrition, and this. So every time a person come into my office, and she want to have a diet, so I asked them, after a very deep questionnaire, why do you want to lose weight? Oh, sorry. Why do you want to do this a diet? Oh, very simple, because I want to lose weight. That's very good. And then I go and ask, and why do you want to lose weight? Why do I want to lose weight? Huh? That's funny. I haven't thought about that. Why do I want to lose weight? Let me think. Believe me, it took me minutes for all of them, most of them, to answer to that question. Well, yes, I know now. I never thought of this before, So I want to lose weight because, there is plenty of clothes in my closet that doesn't really fit me. So I know that if I put that clothes again, I'm gonna my husband is gonna tell me beautiful things. Oh, so why you need your husband to tell you beautiful things? Oh, actually, he has never told me. He never told me many nice things in the last 10 years, and that made me sad. And there is so many things, and I'm hiding. I'm hiding my body, and I'm not doing all these things because I'm hiding my body. You know, I not like it. So why you think you don't like it, and what you want to achieve? You see the circle, and when the answer finally comes, because I want to be happy, for example, when that connection was made, they lose weight. They don't need a diet. They need to understand who they are and why they need things. Okay. So we're gonna go through a big process of gaining clarity about our limiting beliefs, our fear. Okay. We're gonna work in our balance. Why we need to have a balanced life? Because we're very unstructured people, and we don't meant to be like that. And the most important thing too, we're gonna create our own destiny. We need a plan, and we need to take massive action. And let me ask you the last question here. If you were an investor, if you had the money and somebody comes to you to invest in their product, Would you invest in somebody that doesn't present you a business plan? Or would you invest in somebody that presents you a business plan? So why don't we have a business plan for our own life? Really? Why we need to do this? So thank you so much. Get in touch with me, and I hope I have served you all good, and I have been able to plant those little seeds in your heart, in your emotions, for you to really thrive and go where you have to go, where you want to go. Thank you.